What's up, guys? It's Friday morning. I'm in front of Performance and Wellness Chiropractic. I'm getting my hip looked at again. If you've watched my rebuild series, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've had a hip problem that kept me from squatting for around 8 months. I went to a physical therapist, a great one, Dr. Ashton Tyree, and he helped me squat again, hit PRs. I'm squatting 3 times a week now, but the truth is there's still some nagging hip pain that's not going away. In the front of my hip, my left glute doesn't really fire right. There's just some things that don't feel right, especially in the bottom of the squat. So I'm going to see another therapist that's also in the clinical athletes network. And so if you need to see a qualified physician, doctor, chiropractor, whatever, I definitely suggest checking out Clinical Athlete. It's helped me a ton. I'm sure it'll help you as well. They're not going to tell you to stop lifting. So we're going to go in there. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what I get done, and hopefully some of it may help you if you're having hip pain. But of course, always go see your own doctor for your own problems. That's the best way to fix them. So I'll see you guys inside.
So feet up here. You're going to be like basically a parallel squat. A couple reasons we put you in this position. It's based off a technique called DNS. Alright, so dynamic neuromuscular stabilization. So basically, they kind of figured out that there's different milestones that you reach when you're kind of developing, from newborn to basically walking or being upright. And this is one of those patterns. There's a couple of different variations or ways you can do this. So depending, sometimes I have people pushing the wall, sometimes I just have the feet rest there. For right now, I just want to work on bracing and breathing, so we're just going to let the feet rest there for right now. Alright, so what I'm going to have you do is we're going to bring your rib cage down. So the way we're going to do that is an over Q. So you're actually going to push all the air out of your lungs. Good. So this is where the rib cage should normally sit, right? You feel a little bit of tension right here. I want you to take a deep breath into that tension for me. Good, so we have that pressure here. Still a little bit soft out here though. You see how most of that tension's here? So go ahead and relax. So I want you to go ahead and cough for me. Feel that pushing my thumb out here? So we need to get that to fire. So this needs to be as stiff as this, right? So we're going to go through that same sequence again. I want you to go ahead and breathe on out for me. You're going to take a deep breath in, trying to drive my hands apart. Good. Better. Do you feel a little bit of difference there? Yeah. Good. You feel I was more stiff in there? Yeah. Probably felt a little bit more unnatural. But that's getting to the point where that's the kind of stiffness we need to have when moving heavy weights. So that stiffness is task dependent. So obviously laying on the ground or sitting or walking down the street, you have to have some degree of tension through here, but not nearly quite as much as if you're going to try and squat 400 pounds or deadlift 500 pounds. All right. So there's a couple different ways we can work on this. One very old school method that I like to use, that Louis Simmons uses a lot, you might have seen some guys do this too, is literally putting like a 100-pound dumbbell or kettlebell on the abdomen here, and then breathing into that. Right, so I'm going to just apply pressure with my fist here, but you're going to feel pretty intense pressure here. When you take a deep breath in, I want you to try and drive my hand out with that breath. Okay, so go ahead and breathe out for me. Deep breath in. You feel that increases the pressure even more here. So as far as working on your own, that's a really easy way, especially if you're in a gym. Just grab a heavier kettlebell. You can let it rest there, and then take a deep breath in. Hold for a second or two. Relax, exhale out. It's going to cue you to brace under a little bit of load. It gives you like an over cue, just like the belt does. Right. So, but that's the tension that we need, especially when squatting, especially when actually loaded. Okay.
Breathing, which is what we're always
start here. So breathe out.
Trying to.
Yeah, so you do
deep breath in.
You do on the front, you do on the side. And then you
hold that there, good. Now reach overhead, keep this right here, don't let that go. Keep reaching, keep reaching. Touch, come on back. The next way we're going to challenge it is probably the hardest part. It works on the hardest part of keeping a braced abdomen or braced core. Right, so it's doing that while under some sort of metabolic load or metabolic demand. Right there, reach overhead. Reach, arm size and long. About right there. Now keep reaching that way and start to breathe in and out through here. Deep breath in, exhale out. In, good. Exhale out. Good, 2 more. Deep breath in, exhale out. Good, 1 more. Good, go ahead and rest. So again, granted, we're not actually loaded with gravity, but it's a good way to start to teach you how to breathe into a braced trunk while under some sort of load. That's kind of the little 3-step progression that I use. There's tons of different variations, but in my own training and a lot of people we work with, I found that tends to be the most effective as far as teaching them how to brace for heavy loads and for lifting. Now we're going to work a little bit on the squat and the hip positioning.
Cool.
But I like to work on the squat from the bottom up. So I'll probably widen your feet a little bit. There you go. Push through here for me. There we go. Good, so keep that there. Lock this guy in. So deep breath out, deep breath in here. Good, pick the knees up, stay on your toes. And then you're going to slowly walk yourself back, keeping your chest nice and tall. Into that squat position, let the heels drop. Grab the weight there, into the goblet position. And then stay active. So I want you to push the feet down, drive the knees out. Trunk is nice and tight. How's that feel on the hip there? Good. Any issues there? Good. So you can hold this for time. Like I said, you can shift side to side. Looks like it's a little bit uncomfortable. Your feet a little bit narrow. Get the knees up. Slowly walk yourself back a little bit. Sit back onto those heels. Pick the weight up. Chest is tall. Knees are out. Does that feel a bit better? You should feel a lot of tension on the outside of those hips there.
So I just finished up my session with Dr. Matthey Dilallo. I'm so sorry if I messed up your last name. I do apologize, but we did some good stuff. Got some soft tissue work. So the main reason why I went to him is not because my therapist didn't do well, but he specializes in active release techniques, or ART. And a friend of mine who had some issues, he went to a guy who does ART, and it worked out beautifully for him. So I said, why not try it to sort of like put an end to this hip stuff for good. And so today I'm gonna squat. For the purposes of this video, I'm gonna record my my squat session today after doing some of the things that I did today, including the you know, the manual stuff, of which I didn't film, and then some of the more active stuff that I'm gonna like warm up with before I squat. And then I'm gonna squat today and let you guys know how it feels. I'm gonna come back here on Monday, so we'll record more on Monday and see how things are going. But I'm excited to get this out the way. So I don't know, maybe I'll start another short series. I did the rebuild series, which got me squatting again. Maybe I'll come up with a name and do a quick series here. But once again, just trying to help you guys out there who are dealing with an injury. The best way to deal with it is to go to a professional. I can't stress that enough. You're not going to be able to, if it's something that's really chronic, you're not going to be able to figure it out yourself. No matter how much you Google it, you're going to have issues. So I'm starting up the whip. I'm driving off. I got work to do at home, and I got clients to train later. So I'm going to go home, do some work, and then squat later and see how that goes. So this is the last clip of the video, doing a voiceover on my last set of 10 squats. I do 3 sets of 10 on Friday right now, and this is with 205. Things went pretty well here. I'm using my belt with every squat session now. I used to keep it off during this phase of my program, but I'm using it because it substantially decreases the discomfort I feel in my hip. And so with this set here with the belt, there was really no discomfort while squatting. I just get a little bit of tightness on the front and side of my hip afterward, and usually just using a lacrosse ball gets it out. But these move well. They're difficult just because I'm thinking very, very much about bracing, and so after about 8 reps, holding your breath and pushing out on that belt gets kind of tough. You lose your breath while holding your breath. But these went well. Not perfect, but once again, this was only one session, and I'm looking forward to being able to go forward and squat pain-free and really, really add some weight to my squat in the next coming months. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you've gotten something from this, and I plan to keep on showing you guys what I do and how I progress with finally putting away the last bit of this hip pain. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Comment below if you have any questions on anything. Make sure to check out Honor Roll Strength Training, which is the online strength service for college students, and I'll see you guys in the next video.